Here are four Browns on offense with the most to prove, according to dogpounddaily.com. Let's see who you think of these four has the most to prove. We've got Austin Hooper, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, Baker Mayfield. Of those four, which one do you think has the most to prove this year?
I think it's Hooper, and he's paid like a dude, right? And he put up numbers in Atlanta where, they're getting him some easy throws in that offense. But in 2019 in Atlanta, by PFF stats, he's a top 10 tight end, both in receiving numbers and overall numbers. Last year by PFF, he's 36th, both in receiving numbers for a tight end and overall rating for a tight end. So he needs to be better. He's being paid to be better. And, he was pretty decent in Atlanta, but he didn't bring the rep that Odell brought. And I think Jarvis is Jarvis. Like, I don't know that Jarvis Landry has anything to prove, like, for the rest of his football life. What more? That guy is what he is, which is incredibly reliable. And Baker, I think, is still ascending. And so it's like, on one hand, it's like, well, Baker's got a contract waiting out there and all that. He could be the answer to almost any question about the Browns offense. But Hooper got his money and, didn't play up to his contract a year ago. And so I think he's the guy that needs to show that he's sort of worth the money that the Browns paid him to bring him here.
How motivated do you think Odell Beckham Jr. is coming back as, again, a guy that's been banged up a couple of years, hasn't put up the numbers that he has, probably sick of hearing about it too?
I mean, I like Odell, and I like Odell's approach to life, that he does do some other things, but he holds himself accountable, I think, and gets himself ready for a football season in his own way. And when you are sort of a genius level talent, maybe you don't have to go about everything the way that every other normal person goes about it. So I've always sort of trusted Odell to do what he needs to do in his way to get himself ready. And I think he does do that. And I think he will do that again. But I think every time you have something go a little bit off track, you sort of open yourself up to people questioning you. And then I do think that spins back around as motivation. So, you would get enough of the things from Odell on social media and that kind of thing that clearly indicate that he is, wanting to prove people wrong to some degree. But I do think, I think the number one motivation is he has a chance to do something from a team standpoint with the Cleveland Browns this season that he's never really been a part of in his career. And I think when you are a guy with his talent at this stage in his career, that still is the number one thing beyond, the proven people wrong kind of thing.